I've always loved exploring the outdoors, so when my friend suggested we go caving, I couldn't resist the chance to see what was hidden beneath the Earth's surface. I was excited at first, but as we delved deeper into the cave, I started to feel uneasy. The air grew colder and damper, and I could feel the weight of the earth pressing down on me, suffocating and oppressive. The cave was ancient, with walls of rough-hewn stone and passageways that were narrow and twisting. I could almost feel the oppressive weight of the darkness closing in around me. It was as if we were being swallowed by the earth, and I had the sudden, paralyzing fear that we would never find our way out. My friend, who was leading the way with her flashlight, suddenly stopped and turned to me with a look of terror on her face. "Do you hear that?" she whispered, trembling. I think there's something down here with us." I listened, my heart pounding in my chest. She was right. There were other noises now, a faint hissing, and a deep guttural growl. I had no idea what could be making those sounds, but I knew one thing for sure: we were not alone. We tried to stay calm, but the path behind us had vanished into the darkness. We were lost, and something was coming closer. I could feel its malevolent presence all around us, a terrifying, hateful force that seemed to be closing in, inch by inch. As we ran, I could hear the creature gaining on us. Its footsteps were heavy and wet, like it was dragging itself along the ground. I glanced back and saw a glimpse of something truly terrifying. A writhing, wet mass of maggots, meat, and eyes. A shapeless abomination that seemed to pulsate and shift with unspeakable horror. I screamed and grabbed my friend's hand, pulling her along in a blind panic and stumbling through the twisting corridors. Suddenly I felt her hand slip from mine as she collapsed, sobbing with fear. "Come on!" I shouted, reaching for her. But it was too late. The unspeakable creature was upon us, its writhing tentacles lashing out as it lunged for my friend. I watched in horror as the creature dragged her back into the darkness, her screams echoing through the cave. And then there was silence, and the nauseating wet sounds of a creature consuming its prey. I knew I couldn't save her, and with a final sob, I turned and ran blindly through the Cyclopean maze. I don't know how I made it out alive. All I remember is the terror and the sound of my own ragged breath as I stumbled through the blackness, desperate to escape the creature, and the memory of my friend's final moments. When I finally emerged into the sunlight, I collapsed onto the ground, my body racked with sobs. The memory of my friend's death and the creature that killed her would haunt me for the rest of my days. I knew I would never be the same after what had happened in that cave, in that oppressive, claustrophobic darkness.